Hello, welcome to my Clean With Me. My name is Sierra and I just put my son down for bed, and so we're going to be tackling a couple tasks today. One of which, as you can see here, is getting the sheets onto my bed. We started the sheets early this morning and got them through the wash and through the dryer, and then just with everything going on with my little 11-month-old Luca, I just didn't have a chance to put the sheets back on. And so this is my chance now that he's asleep, to get everything sorted with the bed. So I do have quite a few pillows, so you'll see here in a minute just how many pillows I've managed to obtain. My husband thinks it's too many, but I actually like having quite a few pillows. I just kind of like make a little cocoon when I sleep, and it's actually really nice. I exclusively pump, and because of that, I pump during the night, and if I don't wash the sheets, you'll see milk issues. So I'd like to wash them probably more than once a week, but there's just not the time. But anyway, looking forward to laying down in some fresh, clean sheets and just enjoying a soft, clean bed. I don't know about you guys, but pillowcases can be so finicky sometimes. I've got at least 2 pillows that take way longer to get into a pillowcase than the rest of them, and they kind of annoy me. Maybe that's just me though. Alright, now I'm just arranging our pillows how we like them on the bed, and then once I've gotten them to the sides that they're supposed to be on, I'm going to start working on our duvet. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there like me who dislike dealing with a duvet. They're so finicky, and I know there's all these tricks to putting a duvet cover on, and I just find that the easiest way for me to put a duvet together is to set it up on my bed the way I need it to, so I can tie the edges of the duvet cover onto the duvet, and that really helps to reduce the amount of struggle I go through to put a duvet on. I've been, cleaning for as long as I can remember, and I have yet to find a better way. So, but yeah, here I am just tying the edges so that the duvet cover stays on the duvet and the duvet doesn't go swimming in the duvet cover. And once I've got this duvet cover all tied up, I find that it's easiest if you just grab the corners and pull them in. So you'll see me do that here in a minute. Here I go. Quite frankly, this is like the hardest bit, which is getting these corners and pulling the duvet into the cover. Also, I don't know if anyone else has a hard time with this, but buttoning the bottom of the duvet cover, I find that I like the buttons to be buttoned kind of on the inside so that you don't really see them. But for some reason, when I was putting this duvet cover on tonight, I buttoned some of them on the inside and then some of them on the outside, so later I had to go back and fix them because I realized I had buttoned it all funky. Alright, this duvet cover is actually quite heavy, and shaking it out is an arm workout. And so every time I put the duvet cover back in there, I have to like fluff it over and over and over again just to get it to fit properly and not look funky. And also so that the feathers, because it is a down duvet cover, duvet, and that can cause the like feathers to shift in there, and so if you don't fluff it really good, you'll have like one floppy end of the duvet cover, and duvet I should say. So anyway, alright, time to put our throw pillows on. We're still working on like what we want color-wise on this bed. There is, quite frankly, too much brown, and I'd actually love some of your guys' ideas here. Would it be better to have a white duvet cover, or would it be better to do white sheets with the kind of soft cream duvet? Would love your pointers on that. Anyway, here I am cleaning off our nightstands. For some reason, we get quite a bit of dust in here. I have cleaned out our filters, and I do that pretty frequently, so I'm not sure what's causing the dust. But I have to dust our nightstands every 2 to 3 days, or they look like I've never dusted them. Mind you, they are black, so that might be the other issue. Anyone else sleep with a sound machine in the room? Our son sleeps with one, obviously, and he uses the Hatch, so it has like a night light with it, and it's wonderful. But in our room, we just use like a really basic sound machine so that it kind of just helps mute some of the noise. Anyway, here I am moving on to the laundry. My son Luca, he is such a messy eater, and even when I put a bib on him, like one of those full-on apron long sleeve bibs, he still manages to get stuff all over his clothes. The other problem we're having is every once in a while he'll have a blowout. The diapers that we use are great. We use the Millie Moon, really like them, but every once in a while if he'll do like a pee and then poop, it just does not hold, and so I end up having to do quite a bit of stain treatment just to keep his clothes from looking like I've never washed them before or let stains just sit. We also have an auto dispenser for our washer, and I really like this. We just purchased this one because we just moved. Anyway, they didn't have a washer and dryer, so we had to purchase our own, and we find that I really like the auto dispense system. It maintains the right amount of detergent, so that's great. Anyway, here I am putting all the pillows back. Our son is quite rambunctious, so everything gets kind of moved around. And into what we call baby jail I go. My husband, he'll work like 8-day long shifts and then come home. And so having a place where I can put our son that he's safe in, and I don't have to worry about him injuring himself or getting into something that's dangerous when I need to use the bathroom or need like 5 seconds to eat something and he doesn't want to be in his high chair anymore. This just allows me to have that a safe place, essentially, or I'm trying to get a little bit of work done or something. It's safe, and I needed a safe place for him. So I know some people might think that that's mean, but he has plenty of little toys in here that he loves to play with, and he's not in here a lot. It's just when I need 5 minutes. 5 minutes to pee. So, but yeah, here I am just cleaning it all up. I find that he enjoys his toys more when he can take them apart. I know that's a lot of extra work, and he is my only baby. And so maybe when I have more, this is not going to be an option. But as of this very moment, it allows for him to enjoy the toys. And if I reset it every night, it's a little easier in the morning. Oh yeah, we also have a dog, so if you see dog toys, I clean those up too. Here's the finished product. Still working on the design of this room. I love plants, which you may have noticed. But if you have any pointers, I'd love them. All right, the kitchen. It's not that bad because I did some of the dishes before we put Luca down, but once we fed him, and then by the time we fed him, I was doing dishes, and then once we got him out of his high chair, he of course made a disaster of a mess. And so this is kind of like half of the dishes, so it's not as many as I normally have to do at this point, which was a blessing because I was really, really tired at this point. Also, I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but my hands have been so dry. Obviously, I change a lot of diapers, and I wash my hands a lot because of that. So I've been trying to wear gloves while I do my dishes because I like the water to be really hot, and I've always worn gloves. But I'm finding that even with the gloves, they aren't really, helping. My hands are still super dry. So if anyone has any pointers on that, I'd really appreciate it. As you can see, all the bottles in the background, I am constantly washing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to breastfeed, and so due to multiple issues when he was born early, and there was just a lot that was going on at that point. And so, as I mentioned previously, I exclusively pump, and so I'm constantly washing pump parts and our bottles. And so we do have a little bottle washer. And we really, really like it. It's amazing. And if I didn't have it, I don't know what I would do because I'm washing so many bottles every single day. But for our bottle situation, I am kind of wondering if I need a couple more bottles to help extend the amount of bottles I need to wash every single day just to stay on top of it and have enough to use. Speaking of bottles again, here I am pulling out some clean ones that just finished. This bottle washer gets the bottles nice and hot through the sterilization process, and when you take them out, I am not kidding, it burns your fingers. All right, we are almost done just cleaning out the sink. I find that if I do this every single night, it just kind of helps me feel like I've completed or finished my cleaning, and so here I am just rinsing out the sink, and we're done. I hope you had a good time listening and watching, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.